What is up, guys? It is Andrew here, and welcome to another Ark information video. Now, you guys have shown a lot of hype around Ark, and so have I, but since you guys have shown so much support for Ark on this channel, I figured that I'd keep making these info videos as info keeps coming out, keep you guys updated with the development and information about this amazing game. Now, just today, actually about 2 hours ago as of recording this video, they released a bunch of new screenshots and features that are going to be in early access of this game, and I figured I'd make a video covering exactly what those are and go into detail about some of these new features and unknown things about Ark. Now, the first new feature is the ability to release and claim tamed creatures. Now, I'm going to go ahead and read an actual quote from the developers. It says, "Something that was recently added to the game is the ability to release and claim tamed species. This is done by walking up to your tamed animal, hitting the menu button, and selecting the option to release the creature. Other people in the area are now freely able to claim that creature, thus transferring ownership of the dinosaur. We've introduced this feature to allow the survivor to loan and give dinosaurs to other survivors, as well as hopefully encourage the idea of trading with one another. A particular tribe may only be able to collect a certain colored dinosaurs, so having this feature will definitely help in that regard. Careful though, there's no guarantee that they'll trade with you honorably. Looking forward to see some survivor-run species trading markets and perhaps some bounties looking for the elusive red and black dodo." The dodos are awesome, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's some blood wars between those dodos, but yes. Now, this is a very intriguing feature to me because anything that encourages players to trade and work together or work against each other in a way is very interesting. It adds a whole new element to the game, the ability to say, I'll get you this T-Rex, but I want, X amount of resources in return, and then whether or not the deal actually goes down, you might bring the T-Rex back and just use that T-Rex to kill them all and then take all their resources. I mean, that's the beauty of multiplayer games, so this is a really cool feature to me. Alright, so they also released some screenshots of some brand new dinosaurs and creatures and species to the game, and I'm going to show you them right now. The first screenshot is this one here. It is and pardon me if I get any of these names wrong, dinosaur names are ridiculously hard for my brain to comprehend, but the Phiomia and the Carbonemus. Carbonemies, that's it. But anyways, this is the picture here. These are the two creatures. They both look fantastic, and this is obviously an in-game screenshot, so just to give you an idea of how freaking beautiful and mind-bogglingly nice this game is. And now, I'm not too familiar with these species, but I can tell you that the one looks like a giant version of like a tortoise, but like with these really cool scale thing looking on the head. That's a really cool dinosaur. And the other one looks almost like an anteater, or it looks like an anteater elephant mix. Those are both really, really cool and an awesome screenshot. Then the next one is, of course, a favorite, the Megalodon. Obviously just a giant shark. In this screenshot, it looks pretty small in comparison, especially in comparison to the hands. The Megalodon was obviously a giant shark back in the prehistoric days. So I'm guessing either these are baby Megalodons or they're yet to be scaled up. I mean, I'm looking at the comments on this picture on the Steam community, and everyone seems to agree that they need to be bigger. I do as well, but they look really good texture-wise and everything. They look amazing. And the last two that they're showing off today are the Titanboa, which I'm assuming is the giant snake on the ground, which is probably some type of variation of a boa constrictor. As you can see, there's a red version and a typical like snake skin yellow greenish version. And then there's these giant bats, and I believe this name I for sure am going to get wrong, by the way. It's a nope, I'm not even trying it. The word will be on screen right here, and it's basically a giant bat. So, alright, so they also released this, which is a Dossier. I'm not sure the pronunciation of that either. This video is just a giant mispronunciation, but it looks almost like a pterodactyl. Its actual pronunciation is going to be butchered by me once again, but it is a Pteranodon. Hey, that's probably not too far off, but it's just like, I don't know what to say other than it looks almost like a pterodactyl. It looks really, really cool. It's so crazy. It almost has the anatomy of a human, like the body wise, and then just these giant wings. It also appears that this is a tameable dinosaur. As you can see, there's a saddle in the picture here, so that's really cool. You could probably use it to fly. All right, so if you read the little notes. I'm only going to read one. You can read them all if you want. They give lots of really cool information about the dinosaurs. This one says it is capable of flying for incredibly long periods of time, while others I've seen on the island still call it a pterodactyl. This is inaccurate. So it is not a pterodactyl. It's probably really close to it, or probably within the same family. Really cool looking dinosaur. And then there's a lot more questions here as well that I'm going to get into. So someone asked, can you use weapons when you're mounted? And the answer is very good question, Survivor. As of right now, you can only make use of the following items while mounted: a torch, a map, a GPS, and or a compass. Keep in mind that is likely to change as we proceed into early access. However, an option you do have currently available to you on larger dinosaurs such as the Brontosaurus or the T-Rex is the ability to stand on its saddle whilst being driven by another survivor, though you'll need to physically find a way to get up there. You can do this by the much loved Flintstone method of running up its tail, using your ingenuity to build a docking bay, or simply mounting your beast, loosening up off the driver's seat and mount it onto the back of the dino. From here on out, just take your weapon out and feel free to use it, even while it moves. Another option of dino-mounted combat would involve getting picked up off the ground by a suitably sized flying dinosaur and shooting your weapons while hanging. How does that not sound absolutely amazing to you? If you've got a fear of falling, it's not something we recommend, but definitely a great way to provide some air support in battle. Like, what? That is so cool. So another person asked, how will electricity work in this game? Will we have various ways of creating power, i.e. solar power, generators, etc.? And the answer was, electricity is produced with the use of generators. Generators consume gas, which is a resource that is manufactured by materials including oil. It may seem like an expensive resource later on in the game, however, it is definitely worth its investment. Gas lasts an incredibly long time, and the amount of use you can get from using electrically powered items is amazing, as well as the need for generators, gas, and technically oil. Survivals will need to craft and place both electrical cable and junction boxes to power electrical devices that they are attached to. One of the uses for electricity would be used to power a fridge, a great way to keep food from spoiling. As you can see, the game just gets deeper and deeper with every little mechanic reveal. Like the fact that you have to, you know, place electrical cable around junction boxes, in order to power the electrical devices, being able to build a fridge to keep your food in. Like, it seems like this game is going super deep. And keep in mind, it's only been in development since October. Like, this game is just blowing my freaking mind. The next person asks, will we be able to craft armor for our mounts to increase their survivability? The answer is, armored dinos are every survivor's dream and possibly worst nightmare. As we proceed beyond the launch of early access, you can definitely expect to see some dino armor types introduced into the game. For now, your current option would be a dinosaur saddle. Each dinosaur has a unique saddle that it can equip. It is necessary for survivors to be able to mount them. There are varying qualities of saddles available, and each will have its own armor rating. You'll need to go on the hunt for blueprint to craft better saddles, though. The fact that you need blueprints is going to really encourage people to explore the world, or even item trade, like we talked about earlier. Hey, I'll give you this dodo if you give me 5 saddle blueprints for various different dinosaurs, etc., etc. It opens the options. You know, you put in one little feature like the ability to trade dinosaurs, and it opens the options of the game almost endlessly. The next person asks, will it be at all possible to have a third-person camera mode as a toggle, given that it is already available for dinosaur mounting anyways? It'd be very nice to be able to see our custom characters and the crafted gear on it for ourselves in single player or even multiplayer, so not just others besides you can see your character. And the answer is yes. There's an orbit selfie camera that you can use even in first-person view, provided that you're not attacking. Another option is when you're looking at your inventory. Survivors are shown a 3D preview of the character with the ability to zoom in or zoom out. I really like this because it means that they're not going to add third person to the game, and while I do actually enjoy third person shooters, I don't like games that are first and third person. I feel like it provides an advantage to the people who use third person. So it specifically says you can use third person for anything other than attacking. Once you engage in a battle, you need to be in first person. That way you can't corner peek, you can't cheat in any way. It's specifically everyone is on even grounds in that regard. And of course, the most important thing that everyone's been wondering so far, it says, the moment you've all been waiting for, alpha emails have begun being sent out and you can expect to see some keys on Friday. This Friday. Keep in mind that this is just the first wave and there'll be more to come. We're super excited to have some of you start playing. Thank you for tuning into this week's Ark Digest, and I hope you enjoyed this week. And wishing you all the best, your friendly neighborhood community manager, Jat. Well, Jat, please hook me up with a key on Friday. That would be super awesome. If you're watching this, you're probably not. But anyways, I love you. Love you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about this video in the comment section below. Leave a like rating if you enjoyed it. It really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new here and you want to see more Ark content. I'll be posting it daily. I mean, it would be hard to not post it daily. Like, look at all the awesome content they're providing us with. It's absolutely crazy. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love your faces. Bye-bye.